It's all new with less carbs and more negativity.
Get it out. Get it out of me.
Get ready for Nobody Likes Onions.
What up? Oh God, we're here. Hi. Look, you know, sometimes things don't go the way you want them to go. What can I say? Wow, Jesus Christ, the chat has a lot of stuff. Hold on. I gotta catch up real quick. Patrick should have someone play non sequitur piano over. It's ruined my whole big intro. I was gonna have this big intro where I sip slowly from this Louder with Crowder mug. Somebody sent me a Louder with Crowder mug from his mug club. I think you go on his website. His wife makes mugs. I don't even know if he has a wife. And he sends you a mug if you join his club, I imagine. We have a P.O. box. Go to nobodylikesonions.com and get in contact with us. We don't get enough mail, I'll tell you that, anymore in this day and age. How about sending over some mail? You know, back in the day, people used to send in their pubes, glitter bombs, all kinds of contraband. Now we move into a day and age where no one wants to do anything. No one wants to get off their ass, buy a stamp, figure out how to make a box, tape it together, fill it with some sort of content that's going to make somebody happy. Irma Ruiz says, I miss Vegas. Maybe I'll go soon. We'd love to have you. Spend money here. Help the economy. Don't get triggered. Come on a Thursday night and go to Ocha Bar. It's this dope new open mic spot. People, I don't want to, I don't like to throw out praise where it's not warranted, but some people are calling it the Kill Tony of the West. There's some people who call that R. Ty Rivera. And Ty Rivera. Can I tell you that I'm in a 1 week panic? I gotta go tomorrow morning. I gotta go to Caesars for a project. And then I'm in like frantic mode. I got the mother-in-law coming. And then when she leaves, I'm literally on a plane. I won't be back for a month. I don't even know the day I come back, honestly. This is holding up a lot of things. I haven't, That's what's holding up my paperwork for an offer I recently got. I don't even know my schedule. Have you been going to Wise Guys regularly like you said? No. My schedule's been off the charts. You guys wonder why I do 10 p.m. shows. I just, first of all, know this. I'm the only guy who works for this show. And the majority of my income comes from this show. So I have to handle customer service emails, tech stuff. As I mentioned on a previous show, we've been getting hacked nonstop. People have been after me relentlessly. I don't know who's behind this. I have a couple of large enemies who would like to see me perish. But I don't know who's got the financial means. I mean, every website I own has just been getting hammered and hammered. I've been in touch with several security authorities about it. On top of that, we're selling merch. On top of that, I got social media to run. You guys wonder why I don't do jack shit on social media. Who has the time? By the way, I don't want new fans. Every new guy we get in here. Do you remember how dumb Irma was in the beginning? Now she loves the show. Can't stop throwing money in my mouth. Okay? She passed the test. She hung with it. She jumped the hurdles. She put up with the relentless torture and teasing. And now she's in. She's one of the gang. Who cares if she's blind as a bat and her husband would rather stay at a strip club than hang out with her? Who cares? That's not the point. Who am I to talk? My wife's off banging Rick for skee ball coupons. Sip. Mug Club. Gum Clum. Irma loves her 8 cats and you. I'm not drunk tonight. No money today. Oh, good. Hold on to that purse, you old bingo lady. What are you, part Iroquois or something? What are you getting, checks from the government? Irma's like a big gambler. I don't know how she makes her money, but she's up to something. I'll tell you what, it ain't comedy. Excuse me, I have a very irritated rash. But I mean that, we should start, I pay $300 a goddamn year for a P.O. box. How about every once in a while I get something besides junk mail in there? I don't, sometimes I'd like it to be a nice thing. That'd be nice. Hey, Patrick, here's a $28 gift certificate to Outback Steakhouse. Sorry, I have hiccups. And then I go take me and the lady out to a dinner. Or, hear me out, sometimes I open a box and it's just ham. Just rotted ham. Not in a cooler bag, no dry ice. Just ham. Rotting summer ham. I'll tell you what, not enough people are mailing around cured meats in the middle of the summertime. What's happening? Oh, we got a donation. You show them how it's done, Lev Kramer.
Tell them to bring me my money.
We have $2.79 again, Canadian, from Lev Kramer. I'm going to count it. That's $2.17 US. What with the current exchange rate? Who could really ask for more? Look how close that is. I'm going to the UK for 2 weeks. And it's such a good exchange rate for me right now. It's $1.20 US to a pound, which is so fucking... I haven't seen that since 2009. Not since then was it really, really great. Thanks, Obama. You know what I mean? Danny Noonan says, I'll send you something. Hey, could it be not Bills hats, and it's not that I don't like hats. It's just, number one, I don't support football teams, and number two, I don't support Bill. And by the way, Alex Ansel's never picked up his hat. You know, you bought me and Alex a Bills hat. And so what this tells me is you have too much money and you're poor with it. You know? So if that's the kind, if you want to be like a gay sugar daddy to me, get me a car. Buy me a apartment in the city. Fly me out to Bang on the reg. I almost forgot for a second that it is Thursday night. We will, of course, be relaxing a little later and watching Ty Rivera. Quite contrary to Casper's belief, we will not be watching the comics that perform at the mic to somehow ridicule them. Don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, we do catch one or two. And I'd be remiss if I didn't comment on them. And you say, Patrick, you're part of a comedy community here. Shouldn't you keep your goddamn mouth shut about who you like and who you don't like? And I would say to you, shouldn't you shut your goddamn mouth about what I should shut my goddamn mouth about? What are we all doing? We're friends. If you're watching this, you like me. You may not admit it, but you do. You search deep down in your heart. We're friends, you and me. We may not get along. We may argue all the time. I know that fucking one guy's probably watching. He'll never talk again. My niece in Florida. That guy may never speak again. I don't even remember his name. I'll know it if I see it. What was his name? John Bon Carter? Yeah, not gonna happen. It's like, thanks. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I grew up in a time. No, it wasn't you, Morris, but welcome. It's good to know you're hanging in. You know, Morris, one day we may be laughing about you being a regular, just like Irma. Remember how fucking hard you had it? Or is Morris Dweck an anagram? Somebody unscramble that mystery. Let's get to the bottom of it. Could be Doris. Okay, could be Wreck. Something Wreck. I don't know. Plug that into an anagram website, somebody. Morris Dweck. We got to get to the bottom of it. While you're at it, put in Irma C. Ruiz. Let's see if that's her real name. Because that probably unravels to something like evil cunt. Just kidding, Irma. You know, I love you.
Oh, no.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here Thursday night. You tell me. Now, I did a show Tuesday. Well, you can't call it a show. I rambled on for a while Tuesday night. But do you like doing is Sunday and Thursday good for everybody? Do they like these days? Should I change the days? I can change the days. We've been doing 2 a week, and then occasionally I'm going off book, and I'll tell you this in advance, there won't be one this Sunday either. Again, mother-in-law in town, so I can't be in here just screaming racial epithets. Why would anyone pretend to have 2 last names? What? This Morris guy might be dumber than goddamn dirt. Maybe he won't make it. You know? I flip-flop on the guy, honestly. Get the mom on the show. You guys would love it. You would love it. But she's flying a long way to be here. We've imported her from the home. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't even understand how stairs work. Every morning we have to reteach her how to chew. Oh, and congrats on the Laugh After Dark recording in the works. Yeah, I haven't. Look, I'm it's all in the works. I really want to do it. I'm but you have to sign this contract with them. I don't know. They might be watching. I'm very excited to do it. I'm not saying I don't want to do a half-hour special. I love to do it. But I had this stuff scheduled, and it's probably fine. I'm worrying about nothing, but you have to it's like a digital online contract, and I'm not going to click that until I'm 100% sure. I got to make sure everything's all square. So I'm 99.9% on that, and I'll know in the next. I'd be elated. Yeah. They're great. Look, so I talk a lot of shit about production quality on this show. And do I have the best production quality or set around? No, but I'm one guy, and everything I know in the world is self-taught when it comes to all this stuff. And I'd say we do a pretty good job. Some people say it's me. I'm the one who says that. But, there's people who know what the fuck they're doing. There's people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Laugh After Dark, they're the ones who shot my they shoot their own digital show, Laugh After Dark Comedy. I think it's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it. And a lot of the comics here in Vegas got filmed this past year for that show. Big Irish J, Adam Dominguez. A lot of the people we know got filmed for that show. And a lot of people we know and talk about on this show have comedy specials, quote unquote, on. I wasn't going to talk about this. I've been not talking about it because if I end up shooting a comedy special, which, I hope I do, I got to promote it before it happens. And then I got to promote it, before it comes out. So for people who want to know, just to plan, if you want to come out to it, it would be October 3rd or something like that, I think. And it's part of the Laugh After Dark Comedy Festival. These guys are putting on a whole festival. But if you go watch their Instagram reels, if you go watch their YouTube, they know what the fuck they're doing. Robert over there is fucking amazing. Kelsey is fucking amazing. The still photographs they shoot are unreal. The video they shoot is unreal. They do everything right. They don't half-ass the shit. You go watch one of these Comedy Cube videos, and while you can see how they've progressed and improved, and by the way, you can see how Laugh After Dark's progressed and improved. The first couple seasons, everybody on stage is like purple and blue. That's not an insult. You can go look at it. But it seemed like they're in a much smaller facility in Los Angeles. They come to Vegas. They have this big production space with crazy lighting rigs and stuff. And so now everything looks fucking just crisp. You give these guys a room to work in like that. Now they've lost that room, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on with that. So I don't even know where this special would be. We get very little details. Obviously, they've got a lot on their hands to schedule it. This is like they're doing like a 3-day comedy festival. Movies, films, shorts, stand-up comedy showcases. My buddy Sean Conway is coming from Perth, Australia. I think he's in the States. I think he landed today. He's coming to the States for 3 months to like a lot of cities to do some shows. He wants to just kind of like tool around the United States and do shows. And I told him to submit to that festival because he's coming out to stay with me for a little bit. We'll get him on the show when he's out here in October. So, yeah. So it looks like that'll probably happen. Like, I'm not saying that's not happening at all. And I didn't want to get into it tonight. So there may be a comedy special. I don't like calling it that. I'm going to send them an email, actually. I don't know. Is Laugh After Dark watching? Pipe up in the chat. I don't know who runs. I picture like if Laugh After Dark's. Alex Angel actually knows Sean Conway too. We had mutual when I met Sean Conway in 2018 or 19. Touring around Australia. And the last time I saw him was 2020, right before the pandemic, when I was in Australia. So it'll be good to see like friends. Also, like heading over to Edinburgh and do shows. You know, Kool-Aid, if you're not doing anything, I swear to God, you buy a ticket to Edinburgh, you come over and do some shows. You want to change your fucking life, you get your ass over to Edinburgh Fringe. So if I am doing a special, I tell you what, I gotta write some jokes. Freshen it up. But I'm going to send them an email and ask them if I can call it can we call it something besides a special? I don't like that. A special's, you know, I'm not a good comedian. I shouldn't have a special. That's crazy. Ask 100 comedians in this town, should Patrick Melton have been chosen to get a special? And the answer will come back. 98 of them will say no. Fuck that guy. I've never even seen him. He doesn't come out to Ocha. We don't like that kind of behavior. And those guys are so nice and professional and have done so much for me. They don't owe me anything. So the idea that I would do a special is absolutely nuts. You know, I'd say the same thing to me that I would say to a 43-year-old woman who worries about being sexually assaulted on the way to her car every night. If it hasn't happened by now, it's probably never going to happen. And I've been doing comedy for Jesus goddamn Christ, 19 years. So when we make fun of people like Angie Crum for 13 years of comedy and accomplishing nothing, we should really include ourselves. We should really include ourselves. And Morris Dweck makes a great point. 98 say no, and the other two say, who's Patrick Melton? Yeah. Nobody in this town knows me. There's nothing special about my comedy. It's all very self-indulgent, grandiose, judgmental. You know what I am? I'm a dry gay. That's what I've decided. I'm a dry gay. You know the concept of a dry drunk? These are people who were alcoholics and maybe they've quit being an alcoholic, yet they still exhibit the behavior of an alcoholic. They're still irritable. They're still cantankerous. They still pick fights with people. They're still narcissistic. They're still judgmental. They still have bad habits like gossiping and participating in self-destructive behaviors. That's me, only with gay. I'm a dry gay. I've never docked it with a man, but I'm very sassy and opinionated. I have an opinion about everybody, and I'm going to let you know. I can't shut up about it over a hot cup of cocoa. And it's perceived as assholery. You know, people who like me, who are in the system, in the mainstream, still plugged into the matrix, like Alex Ansel. He likes me. I believe he's genuinely my friend, but when people talk to him about me, because I say his name on the show, I bet he has to go like, yeah, he's crazy, but you know, whatever. It's entertaining. Oh, God. And that's what you should aspire to be, by the way. You should be the friend. My fiance has to warn people, friends and family, before we meet. Do you think I'm proud of that? Do you think I can help it, though? I'm sorry. So, should Patrick Melton have been offered a special? No. You hear that, Robert and Kelsey? You watching this, Laugh After Dorks? JK. But I shouldn't. I'm not, special. There's nothing special. So we're going to do something really avant-garde. You give me 30 minutes of 4K footage on multiple cameras. Okay. Here we go. No. What if I just spent the whole time having a Subway sandwich artist teach me and the crowd how to make the perfect sub live? You're like, Patrick, why would you get somebody from Subway? Sean's awesome. We did a show at a strip club here in Vegas. Yeah, he's great. He's really, really a sweet dude. How does it feel that Crumb beat you to doing a special first? Well, it should go in line of talent. Again, I'm telling you right now, Laugh After Dark, you've made a horrible error. This is a big mistake. I'd be surprised if I even show, No, I do want to send them a message and say, how does it work? Where is this going to be? And let me say this. I'm actually glad that they lost that old venue. I wasn't particularly fond of that set to me at Notoriety Live. It's a beautiful space. It filmed gorgeous, and it's going to look great. They have a whole new season coming out with Vegas comics and comics from all over the country. Go watch it. But it looks like that place, it has these like hanging silk-filled chandelier things that it's metal and fabric, and they're lit up and pink. And everything's just like harsh metal and pink flowy fabric. It looks like where a robot goes to buy lingerie. You know what I mean? And I think having it somewhere that films like, I don't know where they're doing the festival now. I don't have a clue about that. Where are they even shooting this stuff, And then they're shooting they picked two other people to do specials. Oh, and I think Kyle Anderson, who's in our chat from time to time, got selected for a showcase. Do you know what's really cool? And I don't know, I don't know how many venues they have. I don't know what hours every night they're running shows. I don't know the timeline. Also, there's no details about, do we get, usually when you shoot, I'm in the alt showcase at Kyle Anderson. Yeah, so he's in that. And that's good. Have you ever done anything with them before? What I think they did, I think they didn't pick anybody who's done their stuff before and gave chances to like all new people. That's what I think they did, which is cool. So it's not, the whole lineup isn't Adam Dominguez. It isn't Trix. It isn't Big Iris J. Now they did just film Trix's special, I guess, or they are filming. I don't know where they are at in their timeline. But they're traveling around like filming comic specials. So they're filming Jocelyn Sharp, I think, a special. And I think it's great. So they're trying to like do what they're kind of like trying to do, the dry bar comedy thing. Obviously, it won't be clean, but I suppose you could edit together clean versions of stuff. And they sent over like a contract that seems pretty fair. You know, if you do a special with a big company, you get a lot of money and stuff. These guys, you know, first of all, the amount of fucking work they do. If you go look at all their stuff, it's very, very quality stuff. This is why I make fun of like the comedy. I can almost relinquish my insane control gene to these guys creatively because they're going to make it look good. They're going to film it. They're going to make it look good. They know what they're doing. I don't have to worry that it's not like asking Alex Ansel to come over and shoot some snapshots of you on stage. You're going to have to constantly worry, are they overexposed? Are they underexposed? Are they in focus? Wow. Susan Cupcake Jones, who, by the way, said the ad that keeps running for your show is a huge Reese's basket. Oh my God. We just mentioned we have a P.O. box, so send it in. Here's the new thing. We're going to open the packages live on the show. We'll come up with a little mail jingle. And I mean, you send it in. Hate mail. All the stuff is on that. We'll get a graphic so I can put it on the screen. But we have a P.O. box. I really want you guys to start participating. Let's make this more interactive. You're already dicks to me in the chat. Why not, be one over the U.S. Postal Service? Let's make it a federal crime. Kyle Anderson said, I'm in the alt showcase. I'm a pretty typical club comic, but happy to be here. I got fed some of your videos today, and then I watched it, and then it thinks that I'm in love with you now. It kept feeding to me. But I thought it was pretty funny. I watched one where you were, I can't even remember it now because I'm too baked out of my mind. And this is another mistake. Reason you made a mistake. Live After Dark. Do you think I'll ever get my shit together enough to film a special? That's nuts. Kyle Anderson says, thanks, man. I didn't mean it as a compliment. Don't follow him. Don't watch his stuff. Stay focused on me. Keep focused on me. You don't have time to watch another fat bearded man. Also, I think he's got a lot of trauma. The way he interacts with social media. I watch a lot of it. It seems very reactionary and emotional. Calm down. Oh, God. I just have a problem with a predator, people. Okay. Can you find someone in the UK that has a studio that you can do a podcast from? We do them. We just do them. I'm a man made of feelings too. I cry so much and constantly. You wouldn't believe it. I tell people you're my good friend and give out your address willy-nilly. Whew. Don't make me get into that. This is a real wink between Alex Ansel and I. One day, maybe some stuff will come out, when we need a new target in this city and an old target. But God, do I have some screenshots. They'd make your blood boil. What's going on? Sorry. Kyle Anderson said, I'm a man made of feelings. I get it. Also, like, cheers to anyone who's like still functioning in 2022. Really. I do realize I make fun of people with mental illnesses a lot while displaying several symptoms of some myself. But also know that the me on the show is a far more reserved version of me in real life. I'm kidding. I'm a teddy bear. Ask anybody. Ask them. How cool would it be to do a special with the Parthenon in the background? Yeah, I don't think any of that's happening. They're doing them at this comedy festival, so I imagine they're gonna pick the venue and stuff. That's the stuff I don't understand. And look, Susan Cupcake Jones says dry bar. She's done a dry bar special. And she says I had to pay back $17,000 before the first check. So, in other words, dry bar throws your stuff on YouTube, even if you're one of the ones. Now they cut you up into clips. They also cut you into clips with other comics. And I don't know, maybe Susan, you can tell me how that works. Do they split it up between all the comics in those clips? Because they have several clips that are like multiple comics. They do a lot, they'll cut up like parents, and then they'll have like 4 comics talking about parents. But then they'll cut your special up. And by the way, some guys seem to have a 50-minute special. Some guys seem to have a 22-minute special. Is that just how they're editing it? I'd love to pick your brain about that. Get you on here to tell us. That's crazy. And dry bar, for people who don't know, it's all taped in Utah, and they're heavily Mormon, so they're very religious. My friend Philip Kaczynski filmed a special with them too. He says it's insane. You can't even have like innuendo. You can't have even a reference, a dry, subtle mention. Those are angel share splits. Okay, so I don't know how it all works. But I'm telling you, Laugh After Dark. First of all, like just Kelsey and Robert are amazing. They do a great job. I really believe they have an intention to help comics. Especially a focus. They're focused as a black-owned business in helping black comedians, especially. Like, so as a fucking old white male, I feel insane. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I shouldn't even be around them. Like, what are they doing with me? But I asked them, I asked Robert last year to help me propose to my girlfriend live on stage. And my number one concern is, because her parents don't live near here, that we get some good footage of this. And I knew I wanted to surprise her, and she's pretty smart, so it's hard to surprise her. And I knew I wanted to do it on stage, so I decided to do it on their show. And I knew that everything they filmed, I knew that if they filmed it and shot it for me, that'd look great. And they did that for me, and they didn't charge me anything. And people pay. Matter of fact, I did their show that night. I got paid. So, like, that's insane that they would do that. And so they're like, I have a place in my heart for those guys. Kyle Anderson says everything Laugh After Dark has produced looks better than Gringo Poppy's quality. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. No, Robert knows one of the first times I met him, I was geeking out about all his gear. I was asking about his cameras. I was asking about all his sliders. Fucking insane. And he has all the good stuff, man. He has the DJI. He has the real shit. You get paid to do the shoot. Phil is great. Yeah. Phil was opening for me in Little Rock last October and was telling me all about it. He's fucking funny. I love Phil. He's a really nice dude. The guy who owns Wise Guys does. How funny is that too when like someone's opening for you and they've done dry bar specials? And I'm just like, they're like, what have you done? I'm like, this decade, nothing, you know. I did a little bit of How 80s is This Week or whatever the fuck it was. And Mansers and 1,000 Ways to Die. Remember those shows? Everything they put out looks great. Yeah, they only get better and better too. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. But I am a control freak. It's hard for me to but that goes to show you how good they are. They'll do a great job. And now it's just incumbent on me to decide if I, you know, as a person who's like self-produced an album. I was September 2001. I was the number one comedy album on iTunes. No, September 2009. With a self-produced comedy album that I put up there with TuneCore. And I've never done a special. So do I do a special that's like current material, new stuff? I've got a lot of new current life shit. Or do I play it safe and sprinkle in the old bangers? Because who knows, we may never get a chance. The problem is a lot of the old bangers are on YouTube. So I think we got to do new. We got to keep it new, fun and light. Modern. Crisp. Now, there's a lot of old bits that I've reworked into new material because I have a new perspective and point of view on them. I had a lot of dog stuff that I wrote when I had Chewy, but I got rid of that dog in 2008, 2009. Now I have a new dog in 2022. I got new dog jokes. Well, I'm not throwing out the perfectly good 11-year-old dog jokes. You rework them. You take the ideas. You make them funny again. He's a dry bar producer, the Wise Guys guy. I don't know what that means. I do like that Wise Guys room. I do want to go up there. I had a open mic scheduled on a Wednesday. I emailed in and booked the spot, and then I had to go to LA that night, so I couldn't go over there. And they, whatever. I get doing your own special and putting it up on YouTube like the Cumtown guy, but I just don't understand the comics who pay the Cube $1,200 for a special to release to no audience. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. This could be breaking. I need to bring the mood to a very serious point. Could you repeat yourself as much as that's possible in a chat room? Are you saying that everybody with these Comedy Cube specials is paying $1,200 for those specials? I need more info. Some of them are 9 minutes long. Shout out Angie Crum. Some of them are 16, some of them are 28. You said I get your own special and putting it up on YouTube like the Cumtown guy, but has Nick Mullen done that? I got to check it out. But I just don't understand the comics who pay the Cube $1,200 for a special to release to no audience. Holy shit. Hold on. This info is pouring in. It's great. The self-produced special only makes sense if you already have an audience. Well, I would hope that it got, and the terms of this contract also. I had my guy look it over. It's great. Let me tell you something. The recoup costs that I have to pay back if they sell this thing or make a deal or get it in syndication or distribution multiple times, it's in perpetuity. I always get paid every time they sell it. The payback costs are very, very, very reasonable for the production. And you don't have to worry about it being good. It's like $300 to $500 for the cube. Hold on. So Kyle's saying, I believe you pay $1,200 to $1,600 to allow them to produce it, like rent the room, but you still have to fill the room. CF says they pay you. That's straight from the Horace's mouth. Fuck, I realize we're having such a good time. We've not tuned into Ty Rivera. Shit. Oh, they're not even in danger of getting close to starting. Is this Casper? Hi, kitty. You ever watch somebody when they think nobody's watching them? They look insane. Oh, this is playing back fast. Hold on. Let's catch up to live. Shit. I forgot it's on fast play. Let's just put it on normal. Play.
Anybody telling you what you are and are not supposed to say outside of not actual hate speech here.
Oh, God. Look, we got interrupted. So, anyway, we can pause this and come back to it. Finish up conversations. Anyway, I found that everyone has been very, very nice. In the festival community, the comics that have gotten picked. I don't know a lot of those comics. But Susan's in the chat, so I recognized her. And Kyle's in the chat, I recognized him. So it seems like they didn't pick a lot of people that they work with all the time, which is great. But also confusing, because I've done several of their shows. So why am I in the festival? And nobody else who got picked for a special is even a name that I recognize for doing their show before. So who knows how it works? Maybe that's what they want this to be. They want this to... Am I the only non-comedian? J-Check! Morris wants to know if he's the only non-comedian watching this. Probably. And we define comedian very loosely around here. Okay? So anyway, it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. The festival will be interesting. They're going to have films and musical acts and stuff. I'm interested to see how they pull it off. It'll be great. They should have live podcasts. They should do live on stage. Oh, maybe we talked to them about this. Holy shit. Maybe we talked to them about this. Because from what I understand, they're going to be all stand-up shows and film screenings. So maybe they're going to be screening films in some theater or something during the day, but maybe we can get in the stand-up spaces during the day, maybe starting 4 in the afternoon or something, we get some live podcasts going. We do a live NLO on stage just to see if the little man shows. No, I'm kidding. he won't have access because he won't have a badge. And also, if I'm ever charged with doing a show in public, we gotta act correct. Kyle Anderson says, I remember a post from them advertising that you can shoot your special there for $1,200. I'll try to find it. Maybe I'm wrong. My friend got paid $500 for a comedy cube. It's $300 to $500 they pay you. What did Crumb get? Because CF, you seem plugged in. Straight from the whore's mouth. You're calling Crumb a whore, which is very, very rude. We'd love to know exactly what Crumb got paid. That'd be great. So, and then you go watch these Comedy Cube specials and you see they get anywhere from 1 to 5,000 views on average. You'll get one that pops and gets 20. And you got to wonder what the plan is, because here's the problem. People don't know this. To sell anything like this, people always brag about an Amazon special. Amazon has the least requirements for throwing anything up. Literally, again, I've seen people film shit on a 1080 camcorder, and Amazon accepts that shit. It looks as such bad. There's some real shit. And when you're trying to sell something to a Hulu or a Netflix, unless it's a documentary that's, showing old archival footage or something like that, anything new has to be shot on a very specific list of equipment. They have Googled Netflix acceptable camera. It'll all be insanely high quality, high frame rate, high color gamut. It has to be HDR10, Dolby Vision, all this kind of stuff. It's like you can't just go out and shoot. And look, you can shoot HDR stuff in 4K on your iPhone. It's got to be a masterpiece if you want to sell that to Netflix. They won't even look at something that's not filmed on these cameras. And I'm sorry, but Comedy Cube ain't it. And then they have 3 to 5 rows of 10 people clapping on folding chairs while you come up to a dimly lit screen behind you. It looks like garbage. So we're going to be proud of that, And by the way, when it clocks in at under 10 minutes, if you pound your chest one time about it, that being a comedy special, you're goddamn right. We're coming after your kids. So again, I don't even like the idea of calling it a comedy special. I'd love to film a comedy piece for Laugh After Dark. I'd love to film a comedy demonstration, if you will, for Laugh After Dark. I'd love to know what the chat thinks. If we get up to 20 likes, you guys think I should do it. If we don't hit 20 likes, you think I shouldn't. With all the crap specials on Netflix, is that really that much better than Stavros Halkas on YouTube? Yeah, no, it's not about that. It's just visually they won't look at something. I don't know the quality of Stavros's. And look, a lot of these guys now, once you're ready to film your own special and throw it up on YouTube, which is probably what I would have done at some point, or will do at some point, maybe. You can hire for under 10 grand people. And what you most importantly need is a director of photography. You need someone who can come in and understand the shots to get, the lighting to make it right, and a sound guy. You want the audience correct. You want all that stuff correct. And everything they produce comes out clean. Like it just comes out clean. Morris, I'm a psychologist. I haven't done stand-up for 5 years. But that shit is like the Marines. It's why Rogan calls non-comics civilians. What size shirts are you wearing these days? Looking trim. I am not trim. I am not slim. It's not going great. Oh, God. Morris Dweck says, I'm a chemist. Been watching this guy since I watched 10 Minutes by accident a month ago. Been coming here since. Am I right, everybody? Oof. So, I don't have to worry about that. If I look, so yeah, maybe I can make a deal. I'm gonna apply to them and be like, I have some demands. We can't call it a special. We have to call it we can call it an unspecial. Remember when 7-Up was the Uncola? I like that. Not very special. Can we call it the not very special? Can we get a sponsor and call it the Knott's Berry Special? Also, I want to know this. If I get a sponsor for the special, can we get a set budget? Will you still have some sort of ownership? Ownership, probably not, technically. I don't own it. I get profits. I own a, I don't know. Ownership implies that I have a say what happens with it. I really don't. They sell it, they distribute it, and all that stuff. I'm not involved in that process. So technically, do I own it? No. A fair, I would say it's a fair, healthy percentage of all deals after they recoup a production fee that, again, is very low and reasonable. The idea of 17,000. So Susan Jones films a special, puts it up on Dry Bar, throws it up online. They say they're not going to give her a penny until they make back $17,000 it cost them to record it for her. Is that correct, Susan? And I imagine you got paid up front. Susan said you still own your jokes, not the video of those jokes that they shoot. Correct. It's literally why Adam Carolla can open up his show with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones song. It's like, why? He doesn't have to pay royalties? It's like, no, because I guess he's friends with Dickie Barrett or whatever. And they were fans of his podcast, so he literally got the guys together from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and recorded a version of it for him. These record companies don't, they own the recording. They don't own, in a lot of cases, the copyright for the music. It's very weird. I feel like since he started Nanopus, it's taken up more space in my daily thoughts than it should. Well, it shouldn't. Get that out of your heads. Comedians don't own their jokes. Wow. Look at Morris piping up. Jay, if you're here, tell your Adam Carolla story if you have the balls. Ooh, comedy. So yeah, that took up a lot of conversation tonight. I wasn't going to talk about that. Again, because I have, like, literally contractually, I will have to promote it. So I don't want to talk your ears off about it now. And also, like, don't talk about things you haven't done. It's annoying and dumb. Anyone who says I'm shooting a special is a giant douchebag. Know that I will have to say that quite a bit, contractually. And again, not because, by the way, it's not even because I think I'm too good. This is what happens to a lot of people go like, oh, you're too good to promote our special. It's like, I want you to know this. I don't think I'm special enough for you to waste your time with this on me. Okay? That's why. I don't promote this podcast when I'm performing live anywhere in the world. And I don't promote my stand-up that much when I'm on this podcast. It's gauche. Ask people, they get mad at me. Sean Fitzsimmons, you didn't stay around after the show for a photo. People were asking where you went. Gross. You want to know where to find me? Here. You want to talk to me? You got something to say to me? Bring it to my chat room. It's very reliable. I'm here. Hang around, take photos. It's so gross to me. That's another testament to Laugh After Dark. I hang around and take photos. That's how fun their show is. Oh, God. Susan said, I got 2G in Air Hotel, then you pay off production costs. They did Photoshop my fat arm that was showing on the promo. Well, that's nice. Yeah, it'll be great. Look, it's a 30-minute special, so it's not like some magnum opus here, you know. So I'd like to do it. I'd like to have fun doing it. I'd like to make it light and easy, smart and breezy. I'd like there to be some intelligent jokes. I'd like there to be some very inappropriate jokes. I'd like there to be you know, some very, very, I'd like to be, some people to leave offended. No, I'm going to be very silly in it and light. Guaranteed standing ovation. I'll say that right now. You know, not a lot of comics would throw that out 2 months ahead of time. You're like, oh, he's drinking. Guaranteed. I'll take any bet in the chat. Anybody who wants to bet. Guaranteed standing ovation. Any amount. Any bet. So is Amazon Prime Video the same as Amazon Video Direct? Or are they the same? No. When you log on to Amazon Prime, you have shows that are on Amazon Prime and movies that are on Amazon Prime. Okay? So if you go on Amazon Prime and you watch The Marvelous Miss Maisel or Top Gun, those are all included with your Amazon Prime subscription. Then there's things like Butch Bradley's special, where you have to go pay X amount of dollars and you get to download and keep it. Or you can rent it. Now, Jake Lloyd wrote, directed, cut, colored, produced a movie, acted in a movie called Pinch, Pinch, and sold it to Amazon, or licensed it to Amazon. So when you log on to Amazon Prime Video, you can watch Jake Lloyd's movie for free. It's in the movies catalog. So Amazon wrote him a big check for that, adding that to the catalog. Now that's in there and everybody can watch it. Butch Bradley only makes $7 every time someone pays $10 for a special. Butch Bradley makes $2.18 every time somebody rents his movie. And judging by the reviews, it's been upwards of dozens of times. So there's a way for you to take something that you filmed. Can we get Amazon Prime Video on here without showing my address to everyone? I just want to show you some of the quality of Amazon. The drive-in comedy special with Ty Rivera that we watched, edited, sounded like dog shit. No standards, no professional anything. No one from Amazon watched that. People from Amazon watched Jake Lloyd's movie and purchased it. No one watched Drive-In Movie Nightmare 12 starring Ty Rivera's ripped jeans. No one. So every time they sell it, Amazon cuts a check for $7. Okay. They must almost be at the threshold of 100 that you have to hit to get a check. JK, last time when we submitted a review, it was 2 reviews. 2 reviews. I think I saw on Kyle Anderson was that maybe a post on Kyle Anderson's Facebook today. Look, it's not a roast of Kyle Anderson. I don't want to get into it. A fan. I'm a mailman. Okay, calm down. The point is, Amazon has some garbage. Amazon Prime Video. Let's find a special. Let's watch a special. Should we? Prime Video. Comedy special. Lance Woods. Tom Segura. And these are all by Comedy Central. So we don't want Comedy Central. We want included with Prime, 1 star. Hold on. Miss Maisel was pretty good. Did we already do the Ian Rainier half of the new Ty video? No, I couldn't do it. Oh, there's got to be some stinker ruse in here. How do we get to the last page? Oh, it won't let me. It only lets me skip 3 at a time. Do you remember the chick we watched too a couple weeks ago who just basically screamed about Chris D'Elia for an hour? Like specials like that look like that. Oh, God, I've watched some bad stuff. No, we're still in like Maria Bamford territory. I need to get to the last page. Why won't this let me go more than 1 page at a time? All right, we got to figure this out. There's got to be a better way. Prime Video included with Prime Video channels. What a channel. I don't know how any of it works. Comedy. Can you go stand up? Stand up. Why can't I pick like 1 star? Sort by only featured or newest arrivals. And it's all like Comedy Central produced stuff in the beginning. So I don't want to see Bob Saget, George Carlin. Oh, God. How can we sort this and get the worst ones? Fuck. I want to browse this like I do on my TV. But there's like no options for sorting. It's all like health and household, back to school, Tom Papa, Rory Scovel unit. Esther Steinberg. Imagine. Let's do rent or buy. These will be worse. No, we're still like, okay, I want 21 to 30 minutes. These will be bad. No, like Workaholic season 1 is coming up. What is going on? Oh no. Adam Hunter. This is all so bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, where do you find self-submissions? Oh, God. It's just not here. Mostly hour long. No. That's why we don't want that. No, come on. Fuck faces. I want it to work like, oh, you want me to watch this? Somebody just sent me a thing to watch. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that doesn't work. Unavailable to watch in your location. Great job. Hey, Irma, never message me again, okay? Unfriend. You were out of it searching this. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find this shit. Oh, God. Oh, no. Laugh After Dark's here. Fuck! We got to keep it real. I didn't say anything bad about you guys. I've been shitting all over Comedy Cube, so don't even. Oh, God. No, Irma brought it up, and I'm very high, so we just got into it. I've been trying not to talk about it till all the, I had travel stuff that I'm working on, getting out of something, And I was like, until I click the button, I don't want to jinx it. And then I also said that, like, you guys have made a horrible, horrible mistake. And you picked wrong, and I wouldn't blame you if you want to put all the balls back in Charlie Wilson's sash and choose again. Oh, God. And, now they're here. Now we can ask all the questions. Guys, what are the questions that we had about what I can do on this special? Okay, yeah, number one, I assume this is very low budget, only because I'm involved. If we get a sponsor, let's get like Popeyes or something. If we get a sponsor, can we go big? First of all, I was saying, and no offense, it's where my proposal was. The other place looked dope on camera, as usual. What kind of train wreck are you driving into here, Patrick? How dare you? How dare you? And you're a member of mine, Corey Crown Job. He's being humble. Who's being humble? What kind of train wreck? Look, am I a little drunk? Yes. I'm on point about everything. I'm not misty-eyed. I'm not weird. I haven't touched the bong all show long. Are we an hour and 16 minutes into a show? Sure. Here's what I said. Basically, my whole thing is, 19 years doing comedy. If it hasn't happened by now, I don't deserve it. So there should be no special for me. And if we do proceed with this, we have to call it something besides a special. Unspecial, not very special. Couldn't do it. Can we do Patrick Melton couldn't do a special and just call it that? Oh, Irma is right. If I do it, if this happens, guaranteed standing ovation. I wouldn't have it any other way. I've never done a stand-up special, and I'll probably be dead from diabetes before anybody else comes knocking. Also, once this one gets put out, no one's knocking. I mean, they might be pounding on the door. But if where are these happening? I just have so many questions as a creative mind. Because the look and feel of a place. Anyway, I'll send through my paperwork. I've just, I've been waiting to make sure for sure. Patrick Melton calls me a nannerpuss? Wow.
You can call me nannerpuss.
I've never done that. Not if Billy Ford is it. What the fuck is happening? They said, sure, it's happening. I don't know what they're saying. What's happening to? Billy Ford, isn't that the wheel chairman? He's the chairman of the wheels. Okay, so where does this special occur? Also, we have to call it Patrick Melton sucks. Or we could call it this was a waste of, and then like the actual amount of money that it burned through. I might just get okay, so this is why I didn't want to get into all this stuff tonight, but you get me drunk and now we're all talking about it. Well, great. I hope you're all happy. You wonder why I don't have guests on. You're like, Patrick, when do you have guests on? It's like, because I read the chat and I fight with you people. I got a fiance and a dog trying to sleep in the other room. Cops are being called. SWAT teams. Ah! Just kidding. This is all CGI. I actually recorded this morning, and I'm sleeping like a brick right now. The title of your special should be Hold the Onions. Don't. Yeah, so they said, we got your headshot, nothing else. Yeah, but your form, and we don't have to get into redesigning that right now. Save some things for next year. I had to see... I had to see the you have to finish the first sheet and then you move. Look, because I want to do it. I'm so excited about it. Honestly, arigato. But then I got to see the thing. And so I have to make sure. For sure, like a professional, all the things. So when I say, hey, mister, when I say I'm doing something and I'm coming to something and then I can do something, my word is as good as my BMI that month. Hold the onions. No, my career is melting away. Hey, is Corey Crexy a comic? Does it rhyme with, is it sexy? Crexy like sexy? Nobody likes Patrick, Nanderpuss. Okay. Oh, and then Susan said she would help, because here's the thing. I'm leaving the country for a month. Or most of a month anyway. But I'll be gone for a month in like a few days. And then, so when I get back from Europe, I got to go to Tahoe like immediately. And then I am there for like a week. And then I got to go. Susan Cupcake Jones said she could help me get some gigs maybe in between then and if I do a special. So I'll send that through. Don't worry about that. I want to do it. It's just like it's a contract. So, your heart kind of goes boom. Also, I like to be fashionably late. What's the exact deadline? No, I'm kidding. So I need to know. Yeah, no, because I was going to be out of town one of the days of the thing. And I won't be now. But I have to make sure now because, so, not that I make sure, I'm out. This is so hard to explain without the stuff. I'm out of the thing, but my travel doesn't have me back here. So until I click a button that I'm on a flight, I don't feel comfortable committing, that feels like fraud. That's called fraud. Where I come from, your word is bond. But other than that, I'm very excited. And I'd like to get a sponsor. I'd like to wear a suit that has logos on it, like Pink Box Donuts, Starbucks. And then we'll take all that sponsor money, and I'd like to get one of those cash guns, and we just shoot it all out to the crowd. Because number one, I didn't come here to tell jokes. I came out here to give out affordable home loans. No, but I would like a step and repeat behind me that has nothing but websites that don't work. Oh, gosh. Here's our main sponsor, guys. It's Love Chat XYZ. Can we get an admin? Where's Josh when you need him? Come on. Ban this man. You are giving out onion pizzas. Fuck. Ugh. That'd be gross. I'd like to put the whole thing out as an album. And because here's the reason why. Number one, when you got somebody like Robert working on it with his experience and pedigree, I'd be honored. So, and I know it's only a half hour. So what we do, we play the half hour out and then we play it backwards for the second half hour. So it's like it eases you into it and then eases you out of it. Okay? So that was an idea I had. I'd like to have Lil Kim open for me if possible. I've always been a big fan. Also, before I go on, I will need like a full screening of Mrs. Doubtfire. I feel like it puts the crowd in the right mood to receive my comedy, but also lets them know in case it doesn't go well, they didn't waste their time. You know, I'm a big fan of taping garbage under people's seats. So I'd like to do that. Some people I'd like to tape money under their seats. Some people I'd like to tape just trash. And I mean like used trash, like old cups, plastic wrappings. I'd also like a balcony. Imagine this new character. This is my new character called Guy who doesn't think he deserves a special because he's a giant piece of shit, yet also has a lot of very specific demands. If possible, and we might have to work on this week's in advance. I'd like there to be no flat, still water in the building, even in the toilets and urinals. All sparkling water. It helps in Vegas in the summertime with the humidity. It changes the whole barometric pressure on stage, which affects my voice in several different ways. Number two, if you could tell all the staff ahead of time to never look me in the eyes for any reason. If there's a fire breaking out and they need to like rattle me to get a hold of me, have them look away. They don't get sir, there's trouble. You need to come with me. You know what I mean? I'd like to blow the whole budget, honestly, on like, let's get rid of the cameras. Let's get rid of the audience. That's a lot of costs, right? And what if we did the whole thing in like a sensory deprivation tank, where it's just like me recording on my phone and we put it out as like an ASMR. We get the same person who did Beyonce's Lemonade and we really kick it up. These are just, look, we're just spitballing. You know, these are none of I say an idea. You know, the collaboration on the proposal was so good. I say an idea and you guys just manifest it into the logistics, the planning. It's all great. So I'm just saying ideas. A Zoom special. This, you know, I wasn't going to bring this up. This is interesting. This could work. We cancel the comedy festival. We cancel it. We sell a bunch of tickets. The day before the festival, the website goes offline. I know a guy who can make that happen. We go to all the venues. We have them board up their windows. Okay? That not looking in the eye shit is definitely on Ty's list of shit. Yeah, but you guys say when I look at the camera that it's fucking weird. You know? How would it look as a fly on the wall in the room when I'm just staring at a camera? No audience, so a Ty Ocha open mic. No, I do feel honored. It was unexpected, and I don't deserve that. So, like, 100%, that's insane. And I'd like to volunteer my space as tribute. What if I give up my time to several of these young, scrappy open micers in our city, and I bring them on 10 comics, they all get 3 minutes each. That's how I want to burn my time. And at the very end, I come out with like a t-shirt with a sponsor on it. I pocket a few bucks. And then you guys go, this is Patrick, this isn't what we decided. And I go, deal's a deal. Because I'll tell you, honestly, one part of the contract I really, really have a problem with is where it says prepare 30 minutes of tight material. You know, that's not how I work. No one has ever watched me. By the way, as torn apart by one of your own comics for 8 of his 9 minutes one night. I'm not good at tight. Once you start doing an hour, it's very hard to wind it back. But I enjoyed it. And then I would go like, even on my last show there, I meant, because I felt so bad about doing like 17 minutes the week before, or the month before. And I go in there with this mindset, like, all right, stay into these tight checks. I still did like 12 or something. But Kelsey's real loose with that light. She sometimes, if you're doing good, she lets you go. They tell you 10 minutes, but sometimes you'll look down, it's 13 minutes have gone by, and you just hear Robert laugh in the back, and you're like, all right, they're still having fun. Then you get off stage, and one of the Grumpagusses says, hey, wait, you shooting a special up there? It's like, no, if I was shooting a special, there'd be sponsors behind me and no audience here and only sparkling water in the urinal. But what I felt like when I saw the announcement video, they said I felt like they were like, we're using this special as an opportunity to show people we haven't given a chance to. And that's why I feel out of place on that list. You guys have given me several shows. I've had a great time, and you're one of the only people in town who are nice to me and give me a chance. You and Brett Garrett and Dirty at 12:30. And by the way, not a bad list, you know. But, you know, very nice, and I don't deserve anything else. I will tell you about this guy, Kyle Anderson. I'd like to give Kyle Anderson and Sean Conway. By the way, doesn't Kyle Anderson look like me too? Like, how many bearded white males are you going to have? You know, this is starting to feel like look, I don't want to, call you out for being racist, but Stoner Rob was supposed to do 45 minutes in his special, but he did 75. Oh, sweet. Let's do some ratio math, okay? Let's do some ratio math here. So we got, if we do 75 divided by 45, we get 1.666. he would like that stat. So if you do 1.6 times your time, basically what you're saying is if you give me 30 times 1.666 in perpetuity, I get 49.99 minutes. Now you might be saying, Patrick, whoa. We tell you 30, we know you're going to do 40. But if we tell you 49.999, you'll never get off. If Patrick doesn't do it, I'll pay $1,200 to do it and call him a huge vagina in the special. I'd actually... We lit him 4 times, but it's all good. We had a great time. Yeah, look, here's the thing about Rob and Kelsey. And God bless them. But it's also why every scene needs a me. They're so fucking nice. They're never going to yell at anybody about anything. But I may have never seen it in person, but I've imagined it, and it's sent shivers down my spine. Rob, I imagine, the production's over. Rob and Kelsey are back alone, talking about how the night went. I bet there's a look that Rob can get on his face. That's kind of an eye roll / fuck that guy. And then in public, you guys are so fucking pro and awesome and honestly just nice that you're like, nah, it's all good. We had fun. And it's and by the way, I don't even know what the pain points of a production like this are. You own the equipment. I imagine that, outright. That's the big cost. Editing is fucking hard. And people who don't edit don't understand it and give it enough credit. It's one of those you wonder why this show's never edited and rambly. It's yeah, I don't have time. Imagine sitting down to edit this. So I imagine if it's 75 minutes. But yeah, I imagine there's some interesting considerations you have to make when you're filming things like that. You go hey, I'm going to throw this on YouTube. It's my special. It doesn't matter how long it is, right? What if it's 48 minutes? What if it's an hour and 22? Who cares? Do your special. But when you give it to a distribution partner, they do have requests. They do have limits. They do have constraints. Why the fuck would an Amazon want your special as long as possible? Why does Netflix care that your special clocks in at 52 minutes and not a second after? I don't know. They have all these metrics about streaming and their costs. It's fascinating. I don't understand any of it, but they do care. But if you're going to put out 30 minutes, you can't just have the person do 30 either. So I assume you guys know. Comics go long, so you usually don't have to worry about it. Especially if you are doing a special and you prep the room right. You prep the room for a special, they're going to be a very happy, participatory crowd. No, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. Do we get to do it twice? We get one shot. That's the other thing. You know me, I'm only 50% reliable, as you've seen. I kick ass every other show, and then every other show after that is a hard meh. So I hope. Okay, they said one shot. Okay. So what if this? So what about this? If it goes bad, We use all the footage of audiences laughing at somebody else's special. I come into the venue on my own time. We reset up all the cameras. And I just re-film it. Now, what if it's awful and none of us want it to go out? Also, what if we find out 6 months from now that I stole every joke on the special? I'd come to Vegas for your special taking. Doesn't surprise me. You seem like a real simp. Button up your pants, man. Great. I'd also like to wear a camera on my head and sell that as a commentary track for later release or the DVD. The DVD, he said. Just bomb before the show. Oh. It's a pretty good idea, actually. It's a pretty good idea. Oh, I wonder how much you'll reveal about this secret while we have the masters here. Do you, we were all wondering about what happened with Trix's special. You know, all the comics start rumors. And the way everything got worded on social media, my guess about what happened was that, for people who don't know, they were going to film a special for Trix at Notoriety Live. And now they've severed their relationship, as far as I know, with Notoriety Live. None of these are official things. And my guess was that something about drink service, because that's where they make the majority of the money. I would guess they didn't want to stop drink service during his special for that long. And if you have waitresses running around clanking drinks and preparing iced nacho libres, that was my guess that they wouldn't do that. But we shall see. You are 100% correct. Wow. Okay. That was my guess. Somebody said something about like compromise the integrity of the show to sell drinks or something like that, or maybe they didn't even sell it, or just to make money or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's about drinks. This is what every fucking comedy club does. Like, they don't understand. Oh God, it's like the Captain Brian thing all over again. Where's my Captain Brian voicemail? I love this. Reminds me somebody. It's like, this doesn't come across as good as you think it does. I searched Brian and Brienne of Tarth came up. Oh shit. They were going to get to sell drinks 90 minutes before the special. Yeah. Let's not act like Laugh After Dark shows start on the button. These guys and by the way, they would sell more drinks if they hired 2 more fucking servers. I hate businesses that are too dumb to do math. It's like everyone in that room is always waiting for a drink. Every table, everybody at the bar, it's a constant fucking wait. And they can't do the math on like, hey, this show sells out every week. We should probably staff it so we can handle all the orders that are possible. They go, no, you know what we'll get? Oh, God. Yeah, I hate everybody. And by the way, God forbid you compromise. God forbid you make a common sense business decision like, hey, these guys are in here and are doing well and they're a good customer in a borderline recession. How about we just, again, staff up and have a couple more people and Really sling out those drinks right before they roll cameras. And guess what? The minute they're done, we'll sling some more out. We had features and the band in 90 minutes before. Yeah, I get it. They're nuts. People are dumb and make bad. This is why I'm done with the business. I'm doing this special, and then I'm done with the business. It is enough. It's just enough of it all. Will everybody just relax? So that'll be good. I don't know the two other people doing specials. I don't know a lot of the comics on the lineup. Kyle said Sean Conway's hilarious. I've known Sean again for only like 3 years, but we worked all over Australia together. He's creative. He can do straight stand-up. He can do alt stuff. He can do sketch stuff. He's really funny. He's going to be great. And I don't know how many international comics you guys have coming, but that's good. And hopefully he'll go back and spread the word to the Australian comics, and they'll apply next year. I think he's going to Skank. He's going to be in Vegas for Skankfest too. Skankfest is still at Notoriety Live. I can tell you right now that that's going to be a fucking nightmare. They don't understand what they've done. Because that's not that big. Notoriety Live is not that big, right? They have the 2 stages. I don't know. Skankfest can be a rowdy bunch of motherfuckers. And granted, I haven't been or done it since the first one back in, Queens, New York. Long Island City. First or second, I can't even fucking remember now. Back when Louis J. Gomez and I were compatriots. Now he just texts vulgar, very, very mean vulgar porn to me. Kind of like my relationship with Big Irish J. 1 elevator and only way to get to the 3rd floor. No, there were stairs too. Come on. Stairs are broken. Yeah, there were 2 elevators, right? 1 elevator bank. I don't know. It wasn't that it's not that crazy. You'll be happy somewhere else. I made a little joke earlier that while I like that stage and it has a place in my heart, that it looks like a place where a robot buys lingerie. It's just so much metal and pink flowy fabric. It's like, I imagine this is where in the future sentient heavy machinery will come to violently masturbate while it orders motor oil cocktails at the bar. The Onion special, it'll leave you crying. It's nothing to do with the podcast. This is a problem I have with some of these mentally ill fans. You start doing a podcast, they blur the 2 lines between comedy and pod. Do you have any more questions for the Laugh After Dark creators? So we get a one shot cold hard take at this. Oh yeah, when it's like, I don't know. You got these are questions for you, and they're not even like issues. They're just more. I'm nosy and curious. So should we drink more? God, everybody, and we haven't even watched Ty Rivera open up the Ochatai because we're having such a good time tonight. Why bring the mood down? The most black people I've ever seen at Ty's mic times 10. Jesus Christ. I didn't know that you were tracking black people at a comedy show. That's crazy to do. You do have to sometimes. When I go to like Oklahoma or Kansas, and there'll be like literally not a black person in the crowd. It's like, what's going on? Holy shit, we got Delilah!
We got one!
Cheers, D. I'd like to invite Delilah to give me a pair of panties to wear during my special. High and tight, baby. If you want to know what we drink around here, it's Kirkland Signature Whiskey. Only Costco's finest. It's Kirkland Sour Mash Whiskey. And if you want to know what they drink at the Laugh After Dark backstage room, it's that peanut butter. What is it called? What's the name of that stuff? It's like peanut butter bourbon or something, peanut butter whiskey. And that sounds gross. You know, Tyler Jolly and I on this show 3 years ago on the Aftershow, we got so drunk we took a bunch of peanut butter, put it in regular whiskey like Jack Daniels or something, stirred it around, almost vomited violently. Screwball. That's what it is. Yeah. That Screwball peanut butter stuff is smooth. I love Laugh After Dark's like, don't say that. They don't sponsor us. It's like, it's still what we drink back there, is it not? Everything doesn't have to be a sponsor to get a shout out, does it? I don't care. No, I was just saying we drank it back there. I'm not saying it's the official whiskey of the. By the way, what are the sponsor let's go to the Laugh After Dark. See how they hijack the show? I guarantee it's Kelsey typing. Rob probably doesn't even read it. He's like, what are they saying now? Or he's asleep. Watch me have it all wrong. It's Rob that's typing. I don't know anything. I just like to talk mad shit. Only 4 viewers over at Ty's open mic. Holy shit. Holy shit. We're the only reason notoriety carries it. We met with them. Anyway, what I was going to say about it is 3 years ago on the podcast, we got drunk, me and this local comic, Tyler Jolly, and we stirred up peanut butter into real whiskey, and it was so disgusting. So I had like a preconceived bad taste in my mouth when it came to trying that whiskey. And I'm used to also mixing whiskey with Diet Coke, but that stuff is very smooth. You can pour that Screwball over ice and just sip the night away. Pat Chase is getting on stage. Is he a good guy? I don't know. Pat Chase. You wrong as fuck. What did I say? You wrong as because I said it was Kelsey typing and Rob was sleeping. Rob's like, I don't fucking sleep. I'm not here to watch open mic comics. I don't care who's getting on stage. We're having a great discussion with the producers, creators of the Laugh After Dark show and Laugh After Dark Comedy Fest.org. Don't take the bait, everybody. It's .com. Come on. So you head on over here. Wait, hold on. Oh, are these the venues? Man, I didn't see that. What was I gonna show? Is it the comedy festival? Yeah, okay. What was I doing? What was I trying to show? Oh, you can buy tickets now, by the way, if you want to come. Don't say that. They don't sponsor us yet. I want to be a sponsor. Oh, how much are tickets? $75. No, I'm kidding. $75. That's $25 a day. Over 40 comedians, showcases, specials, films, shorts, sketches, songs. Free corn dogs and face painting for the kids. Guaranteed standing ovations. Everybody who comes gets a ribbon. I did my show at the Vegas Theater Company, the Chingona show. Where's the, because the venues. Where are the specials being filmed? They're probably not announcing any of this stuff yet. Rob's like, shut the fuck up. No, you all wanted to talk about it. 18 Ben. Is that a bar? A downtown bar and restaurant. How do I sponsor it? Maybe the whole pod. Oh, Rob, that's what we wanted to ask you. This is a serious question. We go in and out of seriousness here. You should do live comedy podcasts. Again, I don't know the venue and schedule and layout and stuff, but you could do those during the day when you're not doing the stand up. Because stand up you can't have during the day. Unless you're the World Series of Comedy. Don't make comics do stand-up before 5 to 7 p.m., please. I know it's hard at a festival because you got to we got to do it at 5. That's the earliest. But I'd say anybody who's trying to make people laugh before the sun goes down is at a severe disadvantage. Nothing's funny while the sun's up. You got to deal with reality. While the sun's up, you got companies calling you trying to collect bills. Checks are due. Kids are getting off soccer practice. But during the day, you have a live Nobody Likes Onions podcast. Do you understand the controversy? Do you understand how many people, comics, just because I just talk and you never know what'll happen, people will come out. Will he mention me? We were doing a bunch of comedy film screenings during the day. Oh, yeah, because they're doing films, shorts. Yeah, that makes sense then. Okay, carry on. Never mind. Maybe across the street, we'll set up a live Nobody Likes Onions and compete. No, I'm kidding. He's like, I don't care. Buy a badge and don't come to anything. Do participants get a come to the shows? I guess it's ticket holders first, I imagine. Ticket holders first, then participants, and then I imagine you'll have comic passes. Are we due for the yearly Joe Lowers is a piece of shit from Brant Tobler? I don't know when the World Series of Comedy start. Honestly, it's the biggest grift. It's the biggest grift, this World Series of Comedy. I don't even remember what Laugh After Dark charges to apply. But they did give everybody 6 months to apply. So you could have done it cheap. So a lot of these places, they'll charge you $100 application fee. I'll never forget the one that pisses me off the most. This Bridgetown Comedy Festival I submitted to in 2012. And you pay $75 to submit. You send a YouTube video. It was a private video, much like the private video I sent to submit for this festival. They want a recent video. I had a headline set from October. I have no idea if they've watched it. I should go check. What pissed me off is nobody watched the set. I uploaded this just for that festival. I gave them the link. It had 0 views on it, and I didn't get picked for the festival. It's like, and when I figured that out was it was Matt Bronger and all his buddies basically just financing taking him and his friends up to Portland to do comedy. They weren't even looking at the submissions. They were just paying their own fucking party. like is it, first of all, putting on a festival is not easy. I went personally. This is laying cards on the table, but clearly it doesn't matter now for many reasons, which I'm about to explain. We Laugh After Dark is doing a comedy festival here in Vegas. It'd be awesome if this festival was permanently in Vegas and became a part of like the vibrant art scene here. And every year people anticipated it, wanted to be a part of it. It grew and grew and had more. Oh, we got some more sponsors. Guys, please head over to lovechat.xyz. It's the best adult dating site. Are you sick of children's dating sites? So what I'm saying is I hope it stays in Vegas. The reason I say that, 3 years ago, before the pandemic, I actually went and tried to secure the domain names. Las Vegas Comedy Fest, LV Comedy Fest, Vegas Comedy Festival, LV Comedy Festival, all the iterations, only to find that someone had just bought them up. So I don't know, by the way, who has those. Obviously, then the pandemic hit. So I don't know. You know, plans change. I was about to sell a show to fucking Caesars right before the pandemic. How are we doing? So, I wanted to do this. It's not an easy thing to do. I have a lot of friends and I've been around a lot of experienced people who organize and put on festivals. I understand the undertaking. So as soon as I saw that somebody had registered those domain names, I was like, fuck, somebody's already on this. Because it is insane that the city doesn't have a comedy festival. And it's a big opportunity. So there may be even another contender coming. Somebody's bought those domains. But yeah, I'm honored to be picked for it. I'm honored to, again, like you guys have given me so many spots and it seems like you weren't picking people that you've done stuff with because you were giving a bunch of new people opportunities, which is great. But then, you know, I feel out of place. And again, unworthy. We have to call it the non-special, the unspecial. We have to call it Patrick Melton refuses to do a special. I might have to open it that way too. You know, guys, we're not. This is not. Are these cameras off? Good. And then we'll just have a talk. It'll be like a TED Talk, but more boring and with less hits. So after this, you're going to have Laugh After Dark. It's going to have a catalog of content that will be a kind of a showcase show a la Premium Blend from Comedy Central back in the day. 3 to 4 comics per episode, something like that. Everybody does 5 to 10 minutes, something like that. Then you'll have half-hour specials and 75-minute specials. No, but then I imagine you'll build up. So you'll have specials and you'll have shows. episodic. And then you'll have a better package that you can shop around. And the thing is, the more people they bring in, the more names get on this stuff. It's not only smart for them, they're not dumb. They bring in comics. If 50 comics are part of this festival, 50 comics are out there talking about this festival. 50 comics are talking about come see me in this thing. So that spreads their name. And then, the more content you build up, you can sell that catalog. Sell that catalog. We want to make this the JFL of Vegas. Oh, okay. Just for Las Vegas. People buy and sell domain names for a living. You don't say. Hey, everybody, why don't you head over to TyRiveraComedy.com. TyRiveraComedy.com. You're going to want to see what's over there. The Strip would rather you get your comedy fixed with $172 per night Bill Burr tickets than $75 for 3 days. It's going to be tough to get our vibrant art scene off the ground. Who is CF? He talks about it like he's a local, like he knows stuff. Shh. This is like the biggest mystery guy in the room. Everybody thinks it's Cody Flynn. I don't know. It's hard to say. They both say really dumb things sometimes, but so do I, And you don't see everybody judging me. No, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It's in 2 months. I'll throw something together. Can it be a theme night? Should I wear a costume? And I really mean this. If I get a sponsor for this, or can I throw some of my own money at this, Rob? What are we talking? If I need a band, if I want a conga line of clowns behind me for my big finale. What if I want to hire the UNLV drumline to play me on stage? Can we make all these things happen? I just want to know creative license. If the funding can be secured, can we do anything? Can I be delivered by a helicopter? Could we film the whole thing in a bathroom stall and the people out in the audience are just watching it via closed circuit television? Let me throw this idea at you. Instead of a special, I just travel the country in the old Amish ways, learning how to make homemade candies. What if we do an interactive segment where I bring old women on stage and we all learn how to can jellies? Are you Beyonce? Yes. I'm glad you've seen the Formation Tour. I saw it at fucking Meadowlands. Are you guys $300 tickets for tier 3, Rob? I'm not kidding you. It was insane. I will say one of the most best produced shows I've ever seen. So if you're asking, do I have integrity? If you're asking, do I want this to look sharp? If you're asking, do I want this to pop? Yes, I do. I care about it. Do you? Now I'm doubting this whole thing, You wonder. You work with some people. You just can't. Are you filming everything or only the specials? These guys are going to film everything. Kelsey told me everybody who does the festival gets a tape, gets a recording, and I'm telling you, it's going to look good. You might go back and watch season 1 or 2 and say, I don't know, everybody looks purple. Trust me, they've found the white balance. Jokes, Rob. Come on, don't hold these against me. Yeah, Kelsey told me they're filming everything, and it will look great. Like everything these guys shoot looks top fucking notch. I'm telling you. Again, go watch my proposal video. Search comedian proposal. You'll see it right away. These guys are. I'm just busting balls, Rob. You know that. But that's why it's even better. Like these guys have been through it. They're iterating. They're learning. Every time they shoot something, I guarantee you it looks better than last time. They're learning. Will it be shaky shooting in a new location? I might come out green. You might think it's the new Shrek. What if we do the whole thing in 4K black and white? All I care about is, can I get some of the clips for my own promotion? I want to put up some reels. I want to put up some vids. We gonna make you red. I'm pretty red most of the fucking time. We gonna make you red. Okay, that was fuck. I hadn't done that in a while, and that was intense, even for me. Whew, that made me a little dizzy, I think. Okay, what if we hear me out on this one? I want my dog to be in it. Could my dog? I'll bring her on stage and I'll sit her down and she just chills. I've never seen her sit for that long, but I imagine she'll be great. And then if she doesn't, we'll stop the show. We'll have to run around and get her. It'll be great. You don't want it to be too easy to edit. I'd like to know if I can sit over your shoulder. Oh, hold on. Rob just dropped a bomb. He said we don't plan on filming. I don't have a trim spa. I have a swim spa, you cucks. Trim spa? I need a trim spa. It's not going well. You're not supposed to have breasts this developed as a 40-year-old man. Yeah, make me red. I like that. I'll get used to it. We do the whole thing just in red. And it'll... I went to a concert last night at Brooklyn Bowl. New Found Glory. It's a white band, Rob. When I was talking to Rob about my proposal, he's like, what do you want the band to play when she comes up? And I was like, her favorite band is Dave Matthews. And I told him her favorite song, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to learn that one. I don't know any of that stuff. It's so good. I love how like white people dig black people's music like a ton, but black people, for the most part, don't fuck with white people music. Like there's not. You know New Found Glory? Holy shit. Yeah, I went to Warped Tour all in the late 90s after high school, New Found Glory, Jimmy Eat World. Man, I saw Ice Cube at a Warped Tour. Less Than Jake. Less Than Jake's gonna be here in like 2 days. That's nuts. I remember seeing Less Than Jake in the early 2000s being like, you guys are 40 years old playing ska. It's probably over. And they're still doing shows. Rob says, though I did do a festival with Dave Matthews in Australia in my past music life. There musically, that show, and I'm going to see him when I get back from Scotland. One of the best live shows you can ever see. And the musicians in that band, at least the original band, there's been some fantastic, fucking fantastic. So I don't know. And used to like Dave Matthews a lot. I don't know any of their newer stuff or anything like that, but going to the concerts back in the day, like, because they jam, you know what I mean? Like, they're one of those bands that, like, they won't just play the songs like they are on the album. They'll jam. They'll play out and really showcase the musicians, which is great. Laugh After Dark, answer the accusations. Are you better or worse than Comedy Cube? Are you guys even aware of the competition? Do you watch Dry Bar? Oh, we got some money.
Oh, a dollar.
Thank you very much for the donation. Or what'd you do? Somebody joined? Is that a membership? I didn't even catch it. It hasn't come through on my system who just gave money or whatever. Of course, we know our peers. Ooh. Have you seen the drive-in comedy special on Amazon? What do you think about Comedy Cube? How do I partner up with the festival? I'd like my podcast logo all over the step and repeats. Are there sponsorship packages? I'm looking on the website. I want to be where the people are. Sponsor. Yeah, I want to be a sponsor. Let me know how much. We'll raise the money here. And we'll design a logo that looks like a penis. What if I want livestock on stage? I love that he just said, of course we know our peers. Do you consider the Comedy Cube a peer? Be honest. We know of their work, but we don't know them. We don't have a beer with anyone, well, except. That's not true from what I've seen. You guys get around. You guys are in other states, other cities, other clubs, other festivals. Feeling that wind. I love this. We never get this unfiltered access to Rob. Now we can ask him anything. Guys, if you're a comic, this guy books one of the hottest shows in town. Ask him your questions. Ask him your questions. Look, our sponsor, lovechat.xyz, is pumped up about it. Oh, God. I guess you can say we beef with the last venue. Yeah, but over time that fades away, right? It sucks that my fiance said, oh, it sucks because, we got engaged there, so it was kind of special. But I was like, was it? It's an old movie theater. And then I beat her over the head with a tire iron. No, it was a great room, but, you guys will figure something else out. I have confidence. There's so much garbage in this city, and there's so many hotels and casinos with spaces that I think it won't be long, and just throwing it out there into the universe. Laugh After Dark Comedy Club, permanently in Las Vegas. You'll see it. Tell them you heard it here first. Because you have to. It's the only natural extension. I'll tell you what you don't like about LA. First of all, the attitude. It's enough already with everybody. Hey, want to see the rest of this show? Join the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. It's how you support the show. It's how you support the grow. Am I right? You're going to want to see the rest of this show. We talk about Mark Saratella, the guy that runs Comedy Juice in Los Angeles, and his appearance on the Nobody Likes Onions show. It was very weird. It got confrontational. It's what happens when you have a guest that you don't really know that well. Plus our whole archive, plus discounts on merchandise, plus you go to support the show. That's the number one thing. Help the show out. Patrick needs your ice creams and your dollars. You know what I'm saying? NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Use promo code SECRET and you'll get 20% off. The screen said 15. You'll get it. Bye.